Why pay the regular price when you can save money on every purchase with WagerBucks at both WagerTalk and SportsMemo? WagerBucks are now eligible for use on not just daily, 3-day, and 7-day passes, but all long-term and seasonal packages up to 1 full year. There are tons of options available for every budget and size of bettor. From low as $100 gets $110, all the way up to $2,500 gets you $3,000. Save every day on every pick you buy with WagerBucks.
Well, damn, we got to sit there and record that off-air stuff. Unbelievable. Welcome in here, guys, and a very happy Thursday to you. It is January the 13th, and we're just going to run the opening again. How would it? Why not? Just because. We do want to welcome, of course, the original NBA Tip-Off Show crew here on the Thursday. It's always a pleasure to have him, including Tony Finn, who's having a little bit of microphone control. So we're going to do our best to lip sync exactly what he's going to be saying anyway. But we welcome in Ski Profit in the house here. Rob Vino back at it, and there he is, and he's never sounded so good. Mr. Tony Finn there, who's going to mime his way through the show. Ski, what's going on, man? How is the evening? Listen, there was a lot of chatter on social media last night, man. You were, 26, like you were playing everything and anything on that card last night. So what's going on, and what do you got tonight?
Yeah, the guys who watch this show, you guys miss out. You guys don't get to see the before and after. It's the best. But as far as yesterday, yeah, I had the most plays that I think I've played in one day. I had 13. I went 7-6. Not good enough. So got to do better today.
All right, got to get back at it here, and it's never fun when you got to, last game of the night is the Lakers, and you watch them throw up all over themselves against your hell no Sacramento Kings. Just nothing fun about that. And Rob Vino, what is going? Rob, did you see the Houston Rockets win last night? Rob, did you see the Houston Rockets win? I'm mad because you're taking some shots against the Rockets here over the last week. Did you see how well they played against that G League? I mean, the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah. Again, I've got nothing against the Houston Rockets. They cash over tickets like nobody's business, and they did again last night. 252 points. That's just the way they play. But yeah, we want to congratulate Robert in the wings there with the Houston Rockets win. Yeah, to the before and after stuff that Ski was alluding to, I made sure to bring a bigger wallet today for after the show so that we can take care of business. If I don't sign out of here quick enough, it's going to cost me. Last night, 3-3 overall, college and NBA combined. We talked about the Dallas game here on the show, Joe, and it was a big surprise to me. I mean, if there was one game last night that of my plays that kind of agitated me, it was that Dallas game. They just didn't show up whatsoever. The Knicks played really, really well. Other than that, Brooklyn showed us that when they're full and when they're motivated, boy, oh boy, watch out in the Eastern Conference. So we'll see how they perform tonight. But again, 3-3 last night. Like Ski said, we'll look to do better today.
All right, we can get it going. No problem there. And all right, here we go. Tony Finn in the house. And Tony,
can
talk
you hear
to
me
us.
now?
Yes, we got you. How's it going, Tony? What's happening now that you got your Radio Shack equipment all squared away? Talk to us here. What do you got tonight? Because you killed it last night. You've been killing it in the NBA.
Yeah, but I got killed in college. Jeez Louise. Well, let's move on. We're in the NBA show. So that said, I did okay. I lost my prop, but I went 3-1, 3-0 over in Lakers, over in Orlando, which was an absolute gift from God. And I had Boston on the money line. And if I'd have waited a couple hours, I could have gotten plus money instead of minus 125, but I didn't. So that move kind of surprised me. Tonight, I have been working on. I've been working on all of the numbers, and I have a couple plays I like. I'm certain that a couple guys on this panel might not like them.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good. It's only 5 games, so this could get real interesting here. All right, let's kick it off here, guys. Only 5 games on the card, but we will start off with our contrarian play of the day. And 3-0 already this week here on our contrarian plays. We hit it last night with the nobody wants to bet the Brooklyn Nets. Give me the Chicago Bulls. And voila, the Nets score 700 points last night. We're going to hope this team does tonight as well, as the LA Clippers heading to New Orleans to take on, that's right, the Pelicans. And there's so many things wrong with this line, I don't even know where to begin. Ski, let me start with you, because just the other day, in fact, and I believe on, was it Tuesday, we bet on New Orleans as the contrarian play. They were getting 3 points at home against Minnesota, and they won out and they cashed, although it was close to being thrown up on. But now they're at home. The Clippers are coming, and now they're laying 3.5. I do not get it. The Clippers 3.5. You willing to back them and the contrarian gods tonight?
Yeah, I can get with the contrarian play today. I mean, this game, it's pretty simple to me. I look at it, I see Clippers, New Orleans, sign me up for whoever's getting points. I'm not laying with any one of these teams. I think that's madness. So I look at the Pelicans. What are they? They've won 15 games out of 41. No, thank you. Contrarian play. I'm with it. I'll take the Clippers on the money line.
Yeah, listen, I'm with you. No, it certainly doesn't make any sense to me here, Rob Vino. Does it make any sense to you here that just a couple of nights ago they're getting 3.5 at home against the T-Wolves, and now they're laying 3.5 against the Clippers team here? What do you think?
Yeah, power ratings wise, it's a little bit heavy. I think I showed 2, New Orleans -2 at home. They are, as we said the other day, they are fully healthy. They did catch the Minnesota Timberwolves 128-125 the other night as home dogs. Different story, home favorite. However, they played this team twice this year and buried them both times. 123-104 in New Orleans, 94-81 New Orleans, both big double-digit wins. That being said, I don't want to lay points with them here in this case. It's really hard to build the case for the LA Clippers other than, the Pelicans are favorite, I'll take the points. Because their results have been so scattered, so all over the place. I mean, they go from huge wins to head-scratching losses over the course of their last 6-7 games. But when you match them up player for player, I don't know where New Orleans has any decisive edge in this game if LA comes to play and plays well. So I think I would side with the plus points here, even though they've been beaten twice by New Orleans. Again, lineups have been different all season long. So it's really hard to take earlier season results into account here because, every day new guys are out and you're playing with different personnel. I'll take LA plus 3.5.
All right, he's looking at LA plus 3.5, and that is now 3 days this week. Rob Vino has actually sided with the contrarian gods, guys, and they are 3-0. I think we found something here, Vino. That's right. And Tony, Finn, talk to us here, Finn. What do you think, man? Would the Clippers be on your menu tonight?
No. No, absolutely not. There's not a least efficient offensive team in the league right now than the Clippers. None. I mean, this is a team. The other day, I'm trying to think. I did the math on it, and I put it to the computer, to the geniuses. I named my computer genius Joe, so it's right. They're scoring. I mean, they're scoring less than a point per 100%. I mean, they're scoring less than it's ridiculous. 24.5, 25 free throws. The Pelicans have gotten better. They've gotten a lot better. The last 12 games, their offensive efficiency is at 112.7, and they've only been outscored by 0.6 points per 100 possessions. Now, that's not great, but it's better than what you get with the Clippers. They're at home. I hate the fact that they're laying 3.5, guys, but I can't be on the Clippers. I'll take the Pelicans.
I'm not going to lie. I am so glad you said that, because if you actually would have sided with Ski, myself, and Robin, we would have had to play the Clippers. So we had to go with New Orleans. So I'm so glad you went the Clippers. You went the Pelicans, rather, because we're going to stay on the Clippers with the contrarian gods tonight. Plus 3.5. That's
I'm glad,
the way it's going to be. 4-0, baby. 4-0 on the contrarian play this week. And let's hit up our featured matchup. And boy, oh boy, what a good one it is, huh? Golden State traveling to Milwaukee, taking on the Bucks here. Now, 2.5 for Milwaukee originally. What a shocker. Golden State getting a little bit of love in the marketplace. The total, 223. We saw that tip up just a little bit. So, Ski, I'll start with you one more time, man. Talk to me about the Bucks at home taking on the Warriors in this one. No Draymond Green.
Yeah, it's tough. It's extremely tough for me to look at Golden State without Draymond. They have a losing record, I want to say, this year, last year, and the year before that, and every game that they played without him. They also have a game tomorrow. But at the same time, when I look at Milwaukee and not having Drew Holiday out there, and I see Grayson Allen is going to be checking Steph Curry, I think Steph Curry can have a day. So, gun to my head in this one, I probably would have to take the Warriors plus the points and just bet on Steph Curry. So maybe I'll just go Steph Curry points over 26.5. It's tough to see me to think Grayson Allen is going to hold him down. I will say I won't see you guys tomorrow, but Golden State plays again tomorrow versus the Bulls. I think that's the spot where you fade them. So Golden State tonight, right. Maybe Bulls tomorrow.
I love that idea too, Ski. That's a great look ahead spot there. And what do you think, Rob? Vino, the Milwaukee Bucks, Golden State Warriors, no Holiday for Milwaukee. No, obviously, Draymond there. So it hurts them defensively. It certainly hurts them a little bit offensively. Who do you like in this matchup?
Yeah, there is nobody to check Steph Curry, to Ski's point. I mean, if it's not Grayson, I think this team started Wesley Matthews at point the other night. It could very well be Wesley Matthews, who in his day, when he was fresh out of Marquette, was a great defender, but not going to defend Steph Curry in this game. So Grayson Allen does return to the lineup, which is a help, because the other night they had to start Jordan Nwora in that position. So I think, one of my things when I handicap these games, Joe, is when you go real sour offensively and you're a good offensive team, I always expect a bounce back. Golden State has now had 4 consecutive games where they've shot less than 43%. I don't think, if you'd have told me that was going to happen at the start of the year, I don't know that I could buy into that, but they've shot miserably from the field. 3 of those 4, they've shot 24% or less from 3. Now, they rank 7th and 8th in those 2 categories in the NBA. So something's got to give here. I think a good shooting night is coming for the Golden State Warriors in this contest. However, I can make that same argument for Milwaukee. And they just played 2 games with Charlotte and put up 99 and 106. Very un-Milwaukee-like, especially against the Charlotte defense. They shoot lousy in those 2 games. They rank 7th in 6th and 7th in those 2 categories, field goal percentage and 3-point shooting in the NBA. So I think you're going to see points in this game. Aside from the advantage that we talked about for Curry, Giannis has a great advantage in this game at power forward. I mean, Golden State the other night, in place of Draymond Green to get some defense, they start Juan Toscano-Anderson. That's a mismatch. He's a lot of energy and certainly some length, but I don't know that he's going to stop Giannis here. So we may see the 2 stars go crazy in this game. When you look at the benches for these 2 teams, there's not a big guy on the bench for either side here. It's a bunch of guards and swingmen for both teams, except for the kid from Seton Hall. Now, remember, Tony Mejia could pronounce this kid's name fluently, even though he was a star at Seton Hall. I couldn't, but Mamu Kelishvili. Sandro Mamu Kelishvili.
Dinwiddie.
At Seton Hall, right? But the only big guy here, DiVincenzo, Connaughton, Nwora, Hood, Galloway, they're all swings. To me, that indicates points when the benches hit. The other night, Golden State gave up 48 points to the bench for Memphis. I see points here, Joe. Golden State hasn't been an over team, but I'll leave you with this. 3 of their last 6 games have totaled 223 or better. For Milwaukee, 9 of their last 13 have gone 224 or better. So we're right in that area here tonight. I'll probably try full game over.
All right, going full game over. We know they take a lot of shots from three, and I'm talking about Milwaukee. So this certainly could be a fun one, too, there, Tony Finn. But what do you think? Are you more likely to look at the total or the side here?
You know, if I really like the over in this game, as does Rob. I really like this over. The problem I have is that, as Rob also said, Golden State's shown me very little. They give me no evidence that they're going to come out of this slump because they've been in a slump longer than just the last 4 games. In truth, guys, since they lost to Phoenix, and Phoenix kind of in that period of time, they're like 12-8 straight up in the last 20, and they're 8-12 against the spread with a 3 net rating. That's just average. That's average in this league. And without Draymond, I like the over. As the Greek has got his way, he can do whatever he wants. There's nobody to stop the Greek. And in turn, nobody to stop Curry. We're supposed to like the over in this. Milwaukee can't play defense lately. But Milwaukee is a concern too. 108.4 points per 100 possessions the last 5 games, despite facing teams that can't play defense. Charlotte, as you stated. So you're supposed to love the over here, but there's some concerns. If I'm on this game, if I'm in this room, I'm over the total.
You are going over the total. All right.
And I know that's what you wanted to hear.
I was just going to say this could be one fun game here tonight and competitive. We'll keep an eye on the lines here, guys, for you. Milwaukee taking on Golden State at home tonight. 7:30 tip on that one. All right, let's head to our overtime matchup, a game, in fact, which we will concentrate on the total and talk about fun. And this one should be pretty fun as well, as the Minnesota Timberwolves will be taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. And a shock to nobody, this total opened up right around that 229. We're seeing it up and over the 230s, which shouldn't surprise anybody here. Rob, Vino, what do you think here? Is it simply a over or not matchup for you tonight?
You know, generally, I would say yes, Joe. I mean, I love Minnesota overs. But I think that, they're off of that big win the other night, Memphis is, where they beat Golden State, where Ja Morant wanted all of us to know that we should put some respect on their name, the Memphis Grizzlies. And they've been so red hot lately and high flying that, boy, at some point that cools off. And it may cool off for him tonight with a matchup against Patrick Beverley. I mean, Patrick Beverley, he's older. He's nowhere near as quick as Ja Morant, but boy, he can still get under guys' skin. And certainly Ja is a guy who you can get to mentally. So I wonder how the shooting will be from him tonight. I know Beverley will do everything he can to throw him off his game. Minnesota, with the big 3 there, they're hard to defend. I think that Karl Anthony Towns, if Steven Adams isn't in this lineup, could have a big night. Anthony Edwards and D'Angelo Russell as well. But 231, it's just so high up there. Generally speaking, I would say yes, but I'm a little hesitant here tonight. I feel like this game might land in that 226, 227 area. For sake of the show, I'm going to say under the number.
All right, going to look at under the number in this one here. What do you think here, Tony Finn? Is it over or not for you, or do you think the under's got a shot?
Listen, this falls into my best bet category in this game. And as we talked prior to the show, which, as Ski said, the outtakes we should have for these because it would be Academy Award-winning stuff. But Memphis has been good. I'm going to say this really briefly. I can't be in anything but the under or the Timberwolves in this game. And if you look at the Grizzlies' last 10-0, 9-1 against the spread, of the teams they've faced, not one of the teams they faced, save Golden State in the last game, is one of the top 10 teams at the rim, defending the rim. Not one of them is that team. Golden State was without Draymond, so I don't even count that. I mean, without Green, you can get to the rim against Golden State. if you look at that, and here's Minnesota does a really good job of defending the rim. Look at everything they've done. Look at the games that they've been. The Kings. The Kings get to the rim. That's everything they do is driving to the rim. Memphis, everything they do is going to the rim. And what Rob said is accurate too. Here's what I expected. I wish we had some microphones over the court, because I'm telling you, Beverly is going to be nonstop mouth right in his he's going to do everything he can to just bother him. And that's what it's going to be. I like the under here. I like the under as my best bet. And I'll go into more detail when we do cover those best bets. Give me under Grizzlies. Under 231. That's crazy. Give me under.
All right. He likes it. It's 2 unders here, Ski, between the Timberwolves and Memphis. Now, granted, listen, Memphis on this streak has played more defense than we ever thought they might be capable of. Yeah. But Minnesota playing defense, what do you think? Is it up and over for you?
I don't think you're getting a discount as far as the number, but I'm surprised. I was waiting to maybe hear from Rob about, potential points being scored, because you got two teams that are going to play extremely up-tempo. Both of them are tied for second in pace over the last 5 games. And, I mean, you look at what they've been producing lately. Minnesota's cleared this number easily their last 3 games. Memphis, 2 of their last 3, they've made it to 231. So, I think it's an up-and-down game. Like Rob usually says, it's a lot of potential for points. And I could only play it that way just because what I think the pace is going to be. So up and over is the only way to look for me.
Both injury reports, guys, look relatively clean. I think Steven Adams is really the only guy that is questionable at this point. But other than that, the firepower is all there for both teams here. And as a side note, the market continues to back the Timberwolves as this opened up at 5.5, down to 4 in a lot of spots right now as well. All right, that sound you hear. Time to talk some dogs here tonight, Robert. Let's get it going.
That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog. And anybody got to say anything, you let me know. That's my dog.
All right, let's go. Let's check out what we got here. Today's dogs, Warriors, getting a point there. We talked Timberwolves here, +4 at Memphis. We got the Clippers getting 3.5 against New Orleans. The OKC Thunder, how about that? 5.5 now against the Brooklyn Nets and the Portland. Are they even still playing this? The Portland Trailblazers +11 here tonight. So I'm coming to you, Finn. Start us off. Which one of these would you make your dog tonight?
Well, I'm gonna shock everybody here. Oh, that was nice, but I want to be shocked. But here we go. My dog is the Thunder. How can you not play the Thunder here? I mean, I'm shocked, first off, that they're resting both Patty and Durant. They didn't play. Durant didn't even play the fourth quarter last night. I mean, they had such a big lead when they went on that 47-10 run, whatever crazy that was. Here's what you got. Brooklyn Nets injury report. Take a look at this. We got LaMarcus Aldridge. We got Claxton. We got Durant, Harris, Irvin, Mills. All of them are ruled out. That's 13.3, 9.2, 29.7, 11.3, 17.7, 13.2 points. That's 84.4 points average. The starting lineup for the Brooklyn, 45 points a game combined. So the bench is short. The Nets aren't. They're not going to try to win this game. And I'm telling you, I had OKC last night. I had them plus. I bet them early. I had +9, and I sprinkled some money on because I thought they would beat Washington straight up. And until late in the game when I thought Washington got a little fortunate. I still cover and lose my money line. But how do you not like the Thunder? That was Tuesday night, by the way. So the Nets off a game last night, a big win over Chicago, where they were fantastic for a period of time, 47-10 run against the Thunder team who had their best offensive outing of the year. Their offensive, they've been better as of late, and I like them tonight. I think it's a steal. I think they win straight up. Play the Thunder plus the points and sprinkle some on the money line.
There we go. We've got Warriors, Timberwolves, Clippers, and a little sprinkle I heard there, a little sprinkle sound. So, Ski, hit us up, man. Which one of these you're going to make your dog tonight?
Well, I'm going to start off by just saying, if you got Thunder, plus 10, you did your job. If you're coming in here plus 5.5, I'm disappointed,
Yeah.
Tony Finn. I don't think that's a good idea to come in and get the ass into the line. Because you had 10 available.
A winner's a winner. A winner is a winner. I love getting a good line and then still getting it up the ass.
All right, well, hey, I'm not mad at you. Brooklyn doesn't cover at home. I get it. For my dog,
Right.
You already got contrarian play today giving you Clippers, so I'm not buying, the Nuggets minus 11 points. Mike Malone, he's trying his best. Maybe again, we've seen it time and time again. I know we talk about it here on the show a lot, but he always tries to get his guys riled up. I'm not sure that it always works. And, Nuggets haven't been able to play a full 48 minutes. I just think this line has gotten a little bit, out of control. If they can't even win a game, they can't play 48 minutes. How do you expect them to win by margin? So, I'll go maybe Blazers plus the double digits.
Tough to look at. It's tough to look at Denver and expecting them to cover anything in the second half, especially. So, all right, we're looking at Trailblazers plus 11 for Ski Rob Vino. Come on, man. Which one of these are you doubling down like you've done all week on the Clippers, or what are you going to do?
I mean, it's probably the smart thing to do because it's worked so well. But first, let me just say, here to Tony Finn getting it up the ass. I like that. Take a little shot. I didn't come across too strong on the total for Minnesota-Memphis, but for the dog tonight, I'm going to take Minnesota. I think that, Minnesota's been hot in their own right. Granted, against lousy teams, and I know they stumbled against New Orleans the other night, but I like their scoring, and I just, there's only so much ceiling for this Memphis Grizzlies team to keep getting up to, and I think at some point it starts to come down a little bit. If you had woken up this morning and saw Memphis minus 6.5 against Minnesota, the way they've been publicized and talked about lately, you might have thought, hey, that's a pretty fair price, but instead, they come out in the 3.5, 4 area, which shows you that bookmakers are smarter than, what we hear from what people saw last. I think that when I went through these matchups, Minnesota has some edges. They're going to have to play a little bit of defense in this game, and I think that defense occurs one more time from Patrick Beverley against Ja Morant. I think they'll make his life tough. He's kind of putting a bullseye on this team's chest, to tell you the truth. But that's the way they want it, and we'll see if they can handle Minnesota tonight. I'll take the Timberwolves plus the 4.
All right, back in the Timberwolves. That segment was wrong on so many levels, and we want to thank Tony Finn once again for sharing.
You're welcome.
Sharing is caring. Good Lord. All right, time for some best bets here. Buzzer beater. Let's do it, Ski. 60 seconds on the clock. We all know Tony Finn likes a good line, so tell us here, which one of these games have you circled tonight?
Oh, man. So I'm going to be honest. Some days I like a lot. I fire. Some days not so much. I haven't made a bet today. I'm not sure that I will. And it's tough because all the dogs covered yesterday. But when I look at this card today, I think it's another day just like that. So if I got to pick between all of them, it's no way in hell, bro. I'm laying points with the Pelicans. I'm sorry. A team, 11 games below 500. You're asking them to win by any kind of margin? No, thank you, man. That's all I got for you as far as the cap. I'm not sure if I will play it, but no way in hell I'm laying with the Pelicans. So give me the Clippers plus the 3.5.
All right, there it is. Going up and over to the contrarian side as well. So That seems to be a pretty good consensus. Rob Vino, how about you, man? 60 seconds on the clock. Where might you be heading towards tonight?
Yeah, I'll take the opposite approach of, and not the opposite, but the other side of the Oklahoma City Brooklyn game. Tony liked the side. I'm going to play the total here under the number. It just makes way too much sense. We talked about this game yesterday. Brooklyn now being in their third time zone in 4 days. That's why these guys are resting. Minutes be damned. They've just been all over the place since Monday, and got to give these guys a rest. So what you'll have on the floor is James Harden and whatever else is left over. And James Harden is the guy who played the most minutes of any of the big three last night. So I expect him to slow this game down, just get through 48 minutes. Oklahoma City has not scored over 97 points in 5 of their last 7. They scored a bunch against the Wizards the other night. But, they shoot straight once every 5 games. I don't expect them to shoot straight here against this team. Numbers 216.5. Just seems way too high to me. I think all circumstances added up, this has to be an under. So give me Oklahoma City and Brooklyn under the total.
All right. There we go. All roads lead to Tony Finn's ass. All right, here we go, Finn. 60 seconds. Where are you going tonight?
Here we're going. We're gonna go to the Timberwolves. And I was thinking while everybody was talking, I'm going to throw something here. But first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to talk about the Timberwolves and the Grizz. And that's going to – and here, listen, the one thing that I like about this game is this, exactly what Rob said. I don't think Brooklyn's going to score at all tonight. But I also don't think that you can put a 231 on the Timberwolves. And did I say Timberwolves and the Grizz? The Timberwolves and the Grizz. Yeah, listen. Joe, you got me rattled here a little bit because I just want to laugh all my ass off. But here we go. Here we go. Let's just get over it. Aldridge, Claxton, Durant, Harris, Irving, Mills, all out. Who's in? They got one person, one player on this Brooklyn team averaging more than 7 points a game. More than 7 points. That's Harden, who's going to slow it down, just as Rob said. and here's what we're going to do. I like the unders in every single game. Every single game. I know, because you're like,
Thank you.
Let me. Here it is. I want to give 3 teams. 3.
Good.
Pelicans. Under Timberwolves, Grizz, and Oklahoma City. It's what's your parlays called? I love it.
Oh, you went
That's
shits
it.
and giggles. I love it. All right, shits and giggles it is. You know what? I kind of wish I had a John Ryan angle of the day. Oh no, dude! Oh no! Yes. All right. John Ryan, the NBA angle of the day, courtesy of our good friend John Ryan.
What is that?
Rebel.com. Let's check out this angle here. He's going to be looking at the Timberwolves and the Grizz here. And, he says we should bet the over. The total is over 210 points. And if the last 3 games saw the over win by at least 6 points in each game, then the team, if they have a winning percentage between 45 to 55 on the season, we should be good to go to bet the over. It's 62% to the over. Good God.
I dare you to repeat that.
The John Ryan angle of the day. Good God, get me out of here. Somebody recap it for me, please. Just throw it back up there. I can't. Here we go. Steve Crawford is taking the Portland Trailblazers plus 11. His best bet is going to be the Clippers plus 3.5. Rob Vino, he's going Timberwolves plus 4. And he, too, is looking at an under with the Thunder and Nets. And Tony Finn and his ass is looking at the Thunder plus 5.5, along with the Timberwolves Grizzlies under 231. Our contrarian play of the day Clippers +3.5. That is it. That is all I got. Plus, there was John Ryan's angle. Don't forget that was under the total, or was it? I don't even remember. What the hell was it? Under? Over the total. Timberwolves. Yeah, Timberwolves Grizzlies over the total. Just go to WagerTalk, hit the bell in the upper right-hand corner, and come back. And I promise we'll be better tomorrow. Just hit that bell. On behalf of Steve, Tony Finn, and Rob Dino, guys, best of luck with your plays tonight. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
Here at WagerTalk, we would never say it was silly to buy a single play $25 package or buy a single play $35 package, but we are darn close to saying just that. Until Sunday at midnight Eastern, we have discounted every handicapper's 3-day all sports, all access packages to just $49. So why buy one play for $25 when you can get 3 days of all access pass for only $24 more? With a 5% that regularly costs $35, you can get 3 full days for only $14 more. No coupon needed. Just head over to WagerTalk and go to your favorite handicapper's homepage and lock in your 3-day all access pass for only $49.